every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling.
Okay, so I met this guy. We're going to call him BJ, right? So I met BJ in my early college years, and we both kind of kicked it off right away. At the time, we were both married really young. We both were going through a divorce at the same time. We were just real cool. We kicked it off, and we just always maintained a tight bond. Mind you now, I'm going to say this. This is a friend. Once any man starts talking to me about another woman, or about any relationship that they're dealing with or have dealt with, you instantly go in a friendship zone. Like, I don't know. It's just a rule of thumb, because it's like, why come over here and you're focused on something else? You're going to stay in the friend zone and you're just never going to come out. I've been my friend through everything.
Okay.
Every divorce, every engagement, when I got out the military and I moved out here to Atlanta. Like, this has been a big friend. It's been a big prominent chapter of my life. When I started my business, when he welcomed his children in the world, and he traveled all over the world, like, we have been there for big parts of each other's lives.
Okay.
But within the last couple of years, after the breakup of his last relationship, I noticed some things changed about him. He seemed a little withdrawn, and I was like, okay, he's probably just navigating the breakup, and trying to navigate like how he feels, because it takes men, a while to bounce back after a breakup. So
It takes us a while to get over that heartbreak, ladies. It takes us a minute.
I understood. Talked again a few months later, maybe about 5 or 6 months after his breakup, and I noticed that his tone changed. Now, mind you, I don't want to say he's a good guy, because I really don't believe there's no such thing as a good guy, but he is a very decent man, a great father. He's been to therapy a few times. Like, he's very open-minded. He put a lot of work into himself. But after that breakup, I saw some...
Yo, shout out to him. It was a girl one time. I just thought about that when she said therapy. It was a girl one time, and she was like, she wanted a man who like had gone to therapy and stuff like that. And I was just like, ain't nothing wrong with me. And she was like, so you think something got to be wrong with you to see a therapist? And I was like, yeah. Why else would I go see a therapist? Like, I definitely had my heart broken before, but nigga, I'm a man. Get over that shit. Like I ain't had nothing happen to me when I was younger, when I was a kid. I ain't never been nothing, like, there's nothing fucking wrong with me. I know some of y'all might be like, nigga, something is wrong with you. But just because I run a strict program, that don't mean nothing wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That just shit threw me off. She's like, it's called inner work. There's nothing inner that needs to be worked on. Like, I literally, like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I literally have no trauma, there's nothing wrong with me, y'all. So, fuck I need to go to therapy for? Because my fucking ex of 10 years broke up with me? Who gives a fuck? That's life. Fuck I need to go to therapy for that for? I'ma just got a strict program from now on. I ain't gonna let none of you hoes play with me. It's simple. The fuck?
change. I saw him start...
As soon as he said that, I said, yeah, this bitch is stupid. Let me run away from her. Because fuck I need to go to therapy for? Fuck ain't nothing wrong with me.
Referring to women as females. And I just noticed that there was a bitterness in his tone. And he always talked about his ex. Like, he was really hooked on the fact that they had a kid together. He wanted things to work out, but she did not want to stay in a relationship. And she moved all the way back home with her parents and took the baby. Now, the reason why she...
That don't sound like nothing I need to go to therapy for. That sound like this bitch need to go to therapy for. You left your baby daddy to go move back with your people. Unless we having issues. Something wrong with you. Fuck. You know what I'm saying?
His baby mama, or ex-girlfriend, broke up with him is because he did not know how to properly court her.
Oh, okay.
Which is important. He did
yeah.
not know how to properly court her. Mind you, I think it's because, like, he got married really young, and every relationship he had after that was like, it started as a hookup, and then they kind of went into a relationship. So I don't really think that he learned how to court women. So what I'm thinking is, as he's trying to navigate that breakup, I think he started turning to red pill content on trying to understand how to get women, because he, was rejected and broken up over the fact that he could not court his baby mom properly. Forward over the 4 years, I kind of started talking to him less and less because the conversations was becoming draining. Every time we talk, he'd always talk about her, and the tone was very bitter. I just didn't see a progression. And mind you, this was over a span of 4 fucking years. I offered a solution. I was like, hey, you might want to revisit counseling to try to move through this, and I didn't really.
Yeah, that nigga shouldn't still be like hung up on and talking to like. Yeah, it sound like my boy going through it, man. He really love that girl, man.
Really want to tell him like, hey, the game has changed. Dating changes and evolves.
It did
quickly.
It did.
Right? It's not the same from when you were 20.
Sure link.
It's not that. Like, men are out here putting pressure. They're really out here applying pressure, and she didn't feel that pressure from you, so she left. And I don't think that she should have to stay in a relationship with you just because y'all have a kid. If you're not making her happy, especially if she has a daughter, she don't.
See, this is my thing though with what she's saying. Just like my ex, right? And I will say this: I could have courted my relationship better. You know what I'm saying? I could have done that. I will say that. I take accountability. It sound like my boy ain't taking accountability for his actions. I take accountability for my shit. Yeah, I could have courted my bitch a little better. Did she did it? Was it right for her to do what she did to me? Never. I would have never did it to her. But I do take accountability for what happened. Now I'm gonna say this. Just because yo nigga ain't courting you right because it's been some time and y'all done got married and it's been some time, that shit fades off, right? Don't think that you just about to jump into another relationship with another nigga and even if let's say he do apply all that pressure. After a while, it's probably gonna be the same thing. He got you now. It's not new no more. It's not fresh. So the pressure may die down. So ladies, I just don't want y'all to think just because y'all got a nigga that's applying pressure that the pressure is gonna last forever. Cause my ex had to learn the hard way. The bitch ended up fucking with a bum, getting pregnant by a bum. And now the bum say fuck you and your baby. Literally. Congratulations to her. Meanwhile, I'm over here living my best life with no kids, chilling. Round of applause for me, too. No stress over this bitch. The point is, the grass ain't greener always on the other side, ladies.
I want her daughter to see, like, this is how the way a woman should be treated if you're not courting her properly. So, but I don't think that he was understanding that. I think that he was just stuck on the rejection piece. And I think that he might have been stalking her social media and may have seen that she was just like living her life and, was being treated properly. Anyways, like a couple of months,
Listen, don't get confused about what you see on social media. Most of that shit is fucking cap. Motherfuckers ain't getting treated properly. Motherfuckers ain't getting treated properly. Motherfuckers is posing in front of cars that ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? The nigga that she probably who fucking with her now, putting all that pressure, he can't wait till he get the pussy. As soon as he get the pussy, he gonna stop talking to her or fall back from her. Or realize that she got a daughter. I don't really want to fuck with no bitch with no kids. Something, you know what I'm saying? So y'all be thinking, y'all be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the girl done fucked up, but I'm just telling y'all how this shit go. Like, no, nigga, that shit do not be the fuck the way y'all minds be thinking that shit be.
reach out to him, and I was like, you know what? I haven't been out with any of my friends in a while. So I did text, and I was like, hey, how you doing? We text really quick, and that was like at the beginning of the year. Then my birthday rolled around in February, and he called me, right? He called me because he wanted to take me on my birthday, but I really wasn't in the mood. I didn't have a babysitter at the last minute, so I just kind of brushed it off. Mind you, this is this year, okay? So only 2 times I spoke with this man, twice. So We started talking again in April, actually this month. No, I'm lying. We started talking again towards the end of March, like just texting. This is only my third time talking to him. You know, I'm telling him like, hey, I'm kind of busy, but I love to hang out with you. I want to catch up with you because I need to make time for my social life. Like my social life, which is non-existent, right? And then also I asked him, I said, hey, can you do me a favor? And he agreed. So I said, okay, what do I need to do to pay you back? And he's like, let's go out for a drink. Mind you, I don't drink, but hey, I want to step up my social life a little bit. So I said, okay, cool. We agreed to go to this place called Your Third Spot. Oh, if you're familiar with Your Third Spot in Atlanta, it's like a nice indoor gaming place. They have drinks, they have food. It's pretty cool, pretty chill thing. Nothing about that really gives intimate. So we agreed to do that. I went ahead and set the date, and I set up childcare and all that kind of stuff. And I text him a day before, and I say, hey, I'm just making sure we're still good for that day. Come the day of, I text him, I say, hey, do you mind if we push it to like 8? Because like I'm running behind per usual, right? He texted me back at 7:23 and was like, yeah, I'm on my way. But at that point, like an hour and a half had went by and I hadn't heard from him. So I just stopped getting ready. I was like, okay, well, if he changes his mind, like no big deal. You know what I mean? Like there was no communication there. So when I saw his text, I called him and I said, hey, I'm not ready. This text is an hour and a half late. I'm not ready. I didn't hear from you or anything like that. So I stopped getting ready. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, my bad. He's like, I really didn't think that we were going to hang out for real. And I'm like, why would we not hang out? I confirmed with you yesterday. I confirmed with you 2 weeks ago. I told you I wanted to hang out with my friends. Like, what's wrong with you? So I was like, you know what? It's cool. He was like, well, I got to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work anyways. So that night I did end up going out with another friend, but it was like 11 o'clock at night. So, whatever. Time go by, a week go by. We talk on the phone. Mind you, this is like maybe the 5th time we've talked all year.
Okay.
5th time. He started talking to me in a way that was really passive aggressive. He was acting like he was talking about somebody else, but he was actually talking about me. He was saying how this one girl, she keeps talking to him and she keeps leading him on, but never like really taking him seriously, and he about to cut her off and block her, and she need to focus on her kids and all that kind of shit. Like,
Is she sure he talking about her? Cause I haven't heard nothing, you know, nothing like that between them two. Now y'all know I don't let my girl have niggas as friends, but between them two, she ain't said nothing or mentioned nothing, no flirting, no nothing. They supposed to be, just platonic friends. What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck?
Hello, motherfucker.
That's why I say maybe she got it confused. He ain't talking about you, girl. No.
and me, I'm very straightforward. I believe in talking to somebody in a healthy manner. So I just straight up asked, is this play about me? Like, are you talking about me?
No.
And he's like, no, I'm not talking about you. And I said, okay, good, because I don't see you in that way. Like, you're just my homeboy.
Yeah, he ain't talking about you.
I have love for you. I love you as a friend, but this is a 15-year friendship. Like,
Yeah,
you're just the homie.
He ain't talking about you.
And it started to make me to be like concerned. I was like, I wonder if he's gotten so deep in Red Pill content that he can't tell the difference between a friendship interest and a romantic interest. And it just...
After 15 years, he can't tell the difference? No, I don't want to say that. No, don't put that on my boy.
Okay, so yeah, I'm straightforward, and I asked him like, hey, are you talking about me? And he was like, no, I'm not talking about you. And he's like, I'm just saying females, they all say they want a good guy. They all say they want this. They all say they want that. But they don't recognize that when it's in front of them. I was like, okay, once again, I'm just your friend. I've been your friend. I'm just your friend. Like, I had to keep reiterating that, like, I'm just your friend. And then he says, well, damn, that's a way of telling somebody that you're just not into them like that. Like that you don't find them attractive like that. And I'm thinking,
bro, it's been 15 years And now you decide to say something about how you are attracted to your friend? Or you trying to see if something's there?
Myself, actually, I don't find you attractive, really. Like, you're
What the hell? Did she just play music?
not really my type. I mean, I should really punch you in the gut and tell you.
Okay, let's see if she turn this shit off.
If you want to get physical like that, like if you want to be take it on a physical level like that,
Shake that ass, ho! Shake that ass, ho! Shake that ass, ho!
and then but I didn't say that though. I'm gonna be respectful.
Bitch. Yeah. I don't know where that song came from. I did not play that, y'all. I did not play that. She played that.
I'm always gonna be respectful. So I jokingly said, I was like, oh well, I'm not really a type that somebody can tell what to do. Like, I don't like a man telling me what to do. Like I said it jokingly, right? And he goes, well, yeah, all you females say that. You say y'all want a man to lead, but y'all don't want to listen to a man. And I'm like, okay, this is going dark. I shouldn't even be having this kind of conversation with you. I said it to, lighten the load a little bit and joke around, but nah, this ain't that. I really went in on him. Oops. I really was just thinking to myself, like, I can go in on this motherfucker, but because I care about him as a friend, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna spare this nigga. And I told him, like, well, you know what? I mean, I really want to make this clear. Like, I value you as a friend. And also, I've decentered dating. Like, I've decentered men. Like, I've really just been focused on myself and my family and, like, what I got to do. Like, I have businesses to tend to. Like, that's not my focus. And you know that. Like, I haven't had that focus in years, right?
Now, I just want to say this. Ladies, y'all got to be careful with this. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, right? But you got to be careful with this because you can look up. It sounds like she had a baby already. So she's cool in that category if she was like talking about having kids, right? But if you want a family, you got to be careful with that because you will spend a lot of time building your business, right? And then you look up, right? And you a little older and the niggas looking for the young hoes. Shake that ass, hoe. Shake that ass, bitch. Shake that ass, hoe. Hey, niggas in the club now. Shake that ass, bitch. Shake that ass, hoe. You see what I'm saying? So y'all gotta be careful. Ain't nothing wrong with what she said. I'm just saying, you do that shit for too long, then we trying to look for you a nigga. Unless you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Then you trying to look for you a nigga, and the niggas be like, watch out. How old is she? 23 with the big booty? Come here. Shake that ass, hoe. Shake that ass, bitch. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't nothing wrong with that, though.
Do y'all know what this motherfucker says to me?
What do you say?
He says, well, the D is always available if you ever need it. That's why your bitch left you.
That's why, yeah.
That's why your bitch left your bitch ass.
That's true.
And you know what? I can't even be really mad at him for real.
Yes, you can.
A long time ago, when we first met and he was going through his divorce, right? He said when he was married that he didn't have any female friends because he didn't think that having female friends would be possible because all men want to do is fuck. He said
That's true.
He didn't have any female friends during his marriage because men are only friends with women because they're waiting their turn to fuck.
That's true.
Mind you, he said that when he was 20.
That's true. That's true. For the most part, that's true.
Right? But he said it in a way like it was a past thought. Like, that's not really how he feels. Like, he's grown from that. Because he's had other female friends. Like, since his divorce and stuff, like, he's had other long-term female friendships.
He probably, he will fuck them too.
So what I'm thinking to myself is, that's all he really wanted to do. That's all he really wanted to do. You waited 15 years hoping.
I ain't gonna say not necessarily that's the only thing he wanted to do. I ain't gonna say that. But if you gave him a chance, he definitely will fuck. And he just told you that. Let me make this smaller. How y'all like my white background? It's just nothing but the wall. I'm gonna put some fancy shit back there soon. Maybe.
And I would do that shit with you? How pathetic. Yuck. And I'm not gonna lie, again, he was never, ever, ever, ever getting
It said the friend zone is bolted shut once I put you there. You're never getting out. Okay.
out of that. But that solidified a couple things for me. Number one, you do not know how to address women.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to have healthy friendships. Some men really don't know how to have healthy friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me of what Cam Newton said in the interview with Poor Minds on his podcast, that he did not have any female friends because he had an addiction problem.
Mm-hmm.
And they called him on his shit, and they said, because you dehumanize women. You don't see women as human. You see them as sexual objects. And quite as
See, y'all be going so far into this shit. No. Niggas is just be horny, bruh. I do see y'all, like, motherfuckers do see y'all as humans as well. You know what I'm saying? Some people do. I can't speak for Cam Newton, but I'm just saying, y'all be taking it a little bit too far, I feel like. Like, just because niggas horny and it's just we're wired that way, and I know females, you're not wired that way. You're not a man, so just like I'm not a woman, I can't fucking tell y'all that y'all emotions be that fucking serious. You see what I'm saying? So y'all not niggas, so I don't expect y'all to even agree with that shit. But the way we wired, niggas want to fuck. Like,
is kept, I think a
I think
lot
girls want to fuck too, but niggas is our nature to fuck. Like,
of men,
I want my dick sucked right now. Right now, I want some pussy right now.
especially men that go into red pill content, struggle with that. I think they struggle with their ego. They struggle with unhealed wounds,
Mm-hmm.
unhealed trauma related to women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it turns into maybe wanting to understand or maybe wanting to feel powerful about themselves, but it turns into control and manipulation and actually a very unhealthy obsession. And I was starting to notice that in that conversation, and it was making me afraid. You know, I end the conversation respectfully, and thankfully, my daughter walked in. So I was like, oh, my daughter's here. I'm going to call you back later. And I didn't. Shortly after that call, I went on like a retreat for a couple of days, and it was just time for me to refresh and just kind of recenter, reground myself. And I felt so good. But when I left the retreat, the song Same Old Mistakes by Rihanna just kept playing in my mind over and over and over again. And I was thinking about what he said. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I really was struggling with cutting this friendship off, but I think it's run its course. And what you said was just so fucking disrespectful. It disrespectful to me because it devalues me as a woman, right? It also scares me because you don't understand that this is just a friendship. There's no romantic interest there. I've never shown you that. And I think a person that cannot read in between the lines or read the lines clearly scares me. I think you
It
can I think
should.
you can become dangerous. This is the crazy shit to me. Has
Yes.
this ever happened to y'all?
Yeah, I think so too, man. Definitely crazy. And when you don't see, if you can't see that, I agree 100%. You know what I'm saying? If you definitely shouldn't be, you should run away from these type of guys. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say, like I said, the dehumanizing just because, you know what I'm saying, the niggas watch the red pill content, you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not necessarily I don't necessarily agree with all the red pill content, but it's some stuff I do agree with. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't consider myself red pill. But yeah, I think this was good to cut this friendship off though, especially when he say something like, well, the dick always dead if you're ready for it. Like, damn, you just being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And this is supposed to be your friend. So don't get disrespectful. And I think when you cross those type of lines and the nigga can't really see, like, I've been there for you since you was 15. It's been 15 years old. You was 20. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I don't know what's wrong, my boy. But people do be hurt. People go through things in life. They be traumatized, and obviously his relationship with his girl, his baby mom's really fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit here and say my relationship with my 10-year relationship with my girl didn't fuck me up. You know what I'm saying? It did, but it did for to me it did for, like, once you get over the heartbreaking shit, it's just, I know you ladies think y'all fucking slick. You know what I'm talking about? Like, You know what I'm saying? And it did take a toll, and it did make. I never really trusted people at all, but like I did trust this person. You know what I'm saying? Because we basically grew up together from like 18 to what, 28 or something like that, 29. So, and it was a person that I thought that would never do this or never do that. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody do it, and my mama used to tell me too. Shout out to moms. Y'all know I'm real close with moms. I'm a mama's boy. Moms used to tell me too, like, don't ever think a motherfucker won't do something. Don't ever put nothing past a motherfucker. And you know, I took that to heart. You know what I'm saying? And when it happened, moms was like, nigga, I told you. That was you thinking that somebody wouldn't do this and when somebody wouldn't do that. That was you. That's how my mama talked to me. Yeah, that was you, nigga. Yeah, that was you who thought that she'd never do this and she'd never do that. Mm-hmm. Y'all know when the moms hit the mm-hmm. I told you. So I took that shit to heart. Now I don't put no butt past nobody. Not even fucking her. Fuck is y'all talking about? She done created a beast. Shout out to moms. So now wouldn't think now in my head there ain't nothing that a motherfucker wouldn't do. Not even you, moms. Not saying that my mama, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying, shit, I wouldn't be surprised. Fuck it. Wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised. But at the end of the day, I know. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense for y'all. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. She should have cut that nigga off. That nigga crazy. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Hopefully my boy can get his life together though and get over his baby moms. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gotta know how to treat women and shit like that. But at the same time, you can't be a pussy. You gotta put your foot down. I was just talking to a homegirl the other day. She like, man, the nigga that I was talking to, he's kind of like a pushover type shit, you know? So girls don't like that either. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I'm gonna treat you right, but I'm gonna be on your ass too. This motherfucker ain't about to play with big play. You know what I'm talking about? So hey, y'all let me know what y'all think though in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me. Make sure y'all follow both Storytime channels. We Still Hustle Daily and Still Hustle Daily. It's your boy Ray Big Play. I'm out. Peace.